Tak jo, borky, jdeme zpátky do Assassin's Creed Odyssey, dáme si tady další úkoly v Atice. Je jich tady spoustu, jeden je asi blíž, tak půjdeme nejdřív na ten nejbližší. Třepínový soud. Jdeme se podívat tady po úkolech, 414 metrů ode mě je nějaký úkol. Jdeme se podívat, co tam je. Uvidíme. 300 metrů.
I need to stay hidden.
Jdeme se podívat, co tu najdeme. Doufám, že něco hodně zajímavého a zábavného.
Goods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
Tak, atenský Buleutrion. Buleutrion.
You must be the one Periklovo sent.
I am. He said there was an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Periklovo does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here.
OK. Jdeme na to, dostan se do budovy Logismos na Agoře. Jdeme na Agoru. To 30 metrů odsaď. Mělo by to být snad jednoduchý. Uvidíme. Máme jeden bod dovednosti. Měl bych se někam prsknout. Jednu schopnost. Dáme si to do hoření. Vymění pravé ostrakony za falešné. Jeden by měl být tady. Vevnitř, takže chod bude určitě z jiné strany. Neměli bychom být spatření tady. Kryt. Nebyl kryt. Tak potřeba kritikál. Dobrý. Dobrý. Tohle zmizí rovnou. Jdeme vyměnit první pytel. Jeden pytel. Ale ne. Dobrý, dostal za půlku života hned prvníma 2 ranama. Lovec lučišníků, zabít 75 lučišníků, máme jich 60 teprve, jo. Fakt teprve 60. Nevím, to bych řekl, že jsem jich už zabil za tu dobu, co tady to hraju víc. To bych řekl, že jsem jich zabil víc. Tak další ostrakony jsou tady nahoře. Musíme se sem dostat a vyměnit je.
That should do it.
Vrať se
I
k
should let
Periklově
Perikles'
spojice.
contract know.
Jdeme. Vrátíme se za tady Periklovým spojencem. A úkol bychom měli mít splněný, ne?
It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Tak běž, Anaxarosy.
Be slow
Hotovo.
to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Perikles were much closer. It's strange, Perikles wasn't here today to defend him.
Would Perikles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Řekni mi, kdo jsi.
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world. Surely you agree?
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to
A po
attack,
co kadit
what
borci?
weapon to use, or
Jsem
when
tu.
to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
Tak jsem tu.
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point. Who is more responsible? Anaxagoras for getting himself mixed up in this, or you for simply sealing his fate?
I'm not responsible for his actions. I have one thing to think about, my own.
Then I hope you also think about today, about Anaxagoras, about choice.
Socrates, there you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
I wouldn't know.
OK, máme splněno. Přepinový soud. Přepinový soud je splněn, jdeme na další úkol. Jdou po mně žoldáci, měl bych se z nich vyplatit. Jdeme na další úkol. Dali jsme 20 000 zkušeností. Další úkol je tamhle 200 metrů od nás. Setkej se s Fejdiem v jeho dílně. Fejdiem. Jdeme za Fejdiem. Feidius Magorus. Feidius Magorus. Doufám, že tam bude něco zajímavého. Jdeme do jeho dílny.
Stop. I can't let you go any further.
It isn't often you see a guard outside of an artist's workshop.
I just do what I'm told, stranger. And until I'm told otherwise, no one is going in or out.
Stand aside, this is important.
So is keeping people out. Maybe you can see Phidias after his trial, if the people spare his life.
Listen, I'm working for Perikles. He wants me to see Phidias.
Well, I'm working for the people of Athens and they want Phidias dead. Now back off or you're dead too.
Everyone has a price. How much drachmi is this going to take?
Depends how much you have.
Here, take it.
That'll do just fine. You tell anyone I did this and you're as good as dead.
Funny. I was going to say the same to you.
No. OK. Tak jo, jdeme za Fejdiem. Vybej tady nahoře. Dobrý den. Nevím, jak se sem dostáváš, protože tu nemáš žádný, máš tady schody. Jasně. Co děláš?
Sorry about that.
How did you get past the guard? No one gets past the guard.
Relax. Perikles sent me.
Praise Athena. I knew he'd send help. I was worried they sent someone after me.
He sent me to get you out of Athens.
So he knows about the plot.
You mean the trial? From what I've seen, you don't stand a chance.
Pah, the people love me. I am the Phidias. But there are others. Look.
Look.
Malaka. It isn't the trial Perikles is saving you from. These are instructions to murder you. Who wrote this?
I don't know who to trust. I'm just an artist. I just wanted to create. Please, what am I to do?
First, you need to pull yourself together. You're on trial, the people are against you, and now I find that the cult want to kill you. I said pull yourself together!
Yes, of course.
Cleon said you're wasting the people's drachmi. If he had his way, he'd serve them your head.
Cleon mentioned me? That's going to hurt Perikles. First impiety, now theft. After all we've done for this city.
You and Perikles seem close.
For Periklis and me, it started with our love of Athens. Our differences push us to greatness. That is true friendship.
Měli bychom
All
jít.
right, we need to go. Do you have any idea where I can take you?
South of Athens, there's an island called Serifos. My friend Theras lives there. When I discovered the plot against me, I sent word to him. If anyone can help us, he can.
Any clues he has of the cultists' identities? I want them.
Yes, anything. A guard.
I'll distract them while you sneak out. Meet me tonight to set sail for Serifos. Don't show your face until you see me at the docks.
I understand.
OK, vyplujeme na
Didn't really think
Serifos.
I'd let you come and go as you please, did you? Now, where are you?
Lehko oděnec, nevypadá moc lehce oděnej. Setkej se s Fadiem výstavu v noci. To je pryč. Máme tu ještě jeden úkol. Bližší. Tak si dáme tenhle. Vydej se do Metiochova sídla. Jdeme za Metiochosem. Jose. Víte, jaký Jose? Z takových těch soap novel. Takových těch telenovel. Jose, miluju tě. Jak se tam dostaneme? Tudy ne. Tudy taky ne. No, tudy taky ne. Takže asi horem. Horem taky ne. Tady je to taky zavřený. Ale tudy bychom mohli. Dobrý den. Bereme si z nich, ty vybrat můžem a osvobodíme ho.
Blessed be the god
Dobrý
that sent
den.
you here. I'd have been eaten alive if it weren't for you.
I don't think they'd eat you.
But they would have certainly killed me. So thank you.
Ráda pomůžu.
Always happy to help someone in need.
The world could do with more like you. Especially now.
Periklis sent me. He was worried about you. You often get tied up and surrounded by snakes?
How can you joke about this? Thugs broke into my home, dragged me here, tied me up and surrounded me with these hideous creatures. They must be stopped.
The snakes?
The thugs!
Why would anyone do this?
Politicians are easy targets in these troubled times. When they tied me up, they said I was a snake. That I should die by my own kind.
Aha.
Did you recognize the people who did this?
Periklis asked me to go down to the fishing district and talk with the poor and sick, to give them hope. That's how I recognized their voices.
Oh, yes.
They threw rotten food and yelled insults at me. These thugs disguised their faces, but their voices and the stench of fish were unmistakable.
Where should I look?
I couldn't see their faces, but I recognized their voices from one of the districts I visited. They're regulars at Cleon's rallies. They live in the flooded part of the city, near the wall.
I'll track them down, Metiochos. Don't worry.
Tensions are high right now. At this rate, we'll tear each other apart within the city, before the Spartans can breach the walls.
OK, máme jít do domu útočníků. Asi je máme zneškodnit. Asi máme zneškodnit nějaký útočníky, tak se tam jdem podívat.
A part of Athens I doubt Perikles is proud to talk about. There has to be a clue around here somewhere. Snakes. Like the ones that were meant to kill Metiochos.
To nedostanu. Možná tudy.
It looks like the thugs who attacked Metiochos weren't the masterminds behind this plot.
Jeden dopis. Jedno tady.
Snake bites. And someone hid the body. Though I have a feeling this death was an accident. This must be the house of Metiochos' attackers. But the letter proves they're just tools in someone else's plan. Whose?
What the fuck are you doing sniffing around my house?
You attacked Metiochos. I found the snakes, the letter from your friend, and a body. All here.
Ah, Poraktis.
We all knew the risks. Change don't happen without a bit of blood being spilled.
Why kill Metiochos with snakes?
We're prisoners in our own city, because of Periklovo and his crooked friends. The snake dealer told us it's time to send a message. Time they suffered.
You can't take the law into your own hands. Now I need to decide what to do with you.
Cleon says it's time we took the city back from the elite. Time to fight. Don't matter what you do to us. There will be others who follow our lead.
Okay,
I
okay.
know someone gave you those snakes. They used you to do their dirty work. I want to know who.
He's a real hero of Athens. No puppet of Periklovo is going to stop him.
Don't be someone's puppet. Tell me where the snake dealer is.
All right, all right. He's got a camp just outside the walls. Sells his snakes from there.
It's not too late to make a difference, but we have to work together.
Maybe you're right. You didn't have to show us mercy. But where do we start?
Start here. This district is your home. Ignore the politicians and concentrate on where you can make change.
Thank you. We will try.
I need to rid Athens of the snake seller.
Ok, jdeme se podívat tady. Jdeme na obchodníka z hady, jdeme ho zabít. Vypadá to, že máme úkol. Vypadá to, že máme úkol zabít obchodníka z hady. Tak jdeme na to. Tady jich je. Ten má hodně života. Pravič. Má půlku dole. Docela těžký borec.
You can't stop me.
Ale ne. Ale ne. Ty vole. On mě zabil. To se mi dlouho nestalo, že by mě v této hře něco zabilo. To se mi dlouho nestalo. Pravič měl už půlku života. Škoda, že jsem nedal kritikál na začátku, už by byl mrtvej. Ještě jednou.
You'll feel the sting of my venom.
Level 38, jo? To je dost.
You can't stop me.
A je dole. Hlas se u Metiocha. Druhý pokus, pohoda. 7 drachem, jdeme se hlásit k Metiochovi. Doufám, že dostaneme nějaké zkušenosti, doufám, že dostaneme level 39. Mohli bychom, ne? Nemohli. Nemohli, máme 38 a kousíček. To bude trvat ještě dlouho. Než dostaneme level 39. To bude trvat ještě dlouho. Jdeme na to, jdeme za Metyochem. Tady je nějaký zlatý žoldák, ale já na ty žoldáky asi teď prdím. Jdeme se do nich až později. Tady máme nějakýho borce. Metyocha. Dobrý den, Metyochu.
Looks like your situation's improved since we last met.
The danger has passed for now. But while those monsters are out there, no one is safe.
A group of fishermen tied you up. They were being used by a snake dealer working for enemies of Athens.
What did you do with them?
I showed them the error of their ways and sent them on their way. They won't be bothering you again.
I'm glad no blood was shed. But how do you know they won't return?
I made it very clear that doing anything stupid would make me angry.
Well, that must have been a terrifying experience for them. Thank you for your help, Mystios. I'll be sure to mention this to Periklis.
OK. Úkol dokončen, jedovaté setkání. Co tu máme dál? Já bych řekl, že v Aténách už nic není. Atény máme hotový. Já bych zašel tady ještě za slepcem. Do Arkádie se jen tak ještě nedostaneme, do Lakonie taky ne. Já bych zašel za tím slepcem, si s ním pokecat, říct mu, že jsme viděli 2 další místa. Tak poplujeme na ostrov Sephiros. Poplujeme na další ostrov borci v téhle nádherný, úžasný a skvělý, skoro dokonalý hře. Poplujeme na další místo. Tady pode mnou by měl být ten slepec z Perzie. Jdeme se s ním promluvit, co jsme všechno viděli.
I could hear your footsteps. Welcome back.
Viděla jsem Aténinu sochu.
No, I've been to the statue of Athena at the Acropolis.
If only I could have been there to feel your presence. Would you describe her to me?
If Athens is a city of statues, then Athena is their guardian. She stands high above everything, on guard over the city.
Yes, not just standing tall to protect Athens, but to serve as a reminder of the suffering those poor people endured during the invasion.
Your turn to tell me something. You said a man tried to kill you.
The man who rose up to kill the tyrant Xerxes was named Darius. He was of a new creed of killers. Unlike any Persia had known, he was also the man hired to kill me.
A killer of kings? Hired to kill a simple blind man? Why?
I have your interest, do I? Tell another tale, and I will too.
I've traveled to the Acrocorinth. From there, I could see all of Corinthia.
I can only wonder at what the worshippers of Aphrodite do to pay her tribute.
The Atera keep the spirit of Aphrodite alive, usually well into the night.
Exactly as your goddess deserves. When I was younger, I'd lie awake dreaming of what it would be like to go worship, of course.
Now that's out of the way. You owe me a tale. You said the king killer Darius was hired to kill you too.
He was. By my brother.
Your brother? None of this is making any sense, old man.
I trust you, so I will tell you. My brother and I are the last living sons of King Xerxes.
Impossible. That would make you a king.
I was. My name was Artaxerxes. I guided Persia through a time of peace. But my brother wanted the throne and plotted my death. Now, I hide here, exiled, living the life of a simple beggar. I will tell you more, but first...
Yes, yes. A tale for a tale.
OK, víc příběhu nemáme.
As soon as you've seen one location, please return.
OK. Když to nezvládnem, musíme jít tady do doků a plout tady na ostrov Sephiros. Jdem na ostrov Sephiros. Tak jdem do doků. Měli bychom tam být v noci, tak když tak si zameditujeme. Když tak zameditujeme a počkáme na noc. Tady by měl být ten borec, ale až v noci. Čekáme, než se setmí. To by to být hned. Chceš?
Good. You made it. I was beginning to worry.
I told you I'd get you out of Athens.
So you did.
Can your friend be trusted?
Theras and I have been friends for a long time. I just sent word telling him where to meet us.
Wasting time will only get us into trouble. Let's head to Serifos while we still can.
OK, plujeme na Serifos. Jdeme vyplout na ostrov s jménem Serifos. Možná se tam budu moct jenom portnout, protože už jsme tam byli. To kdybych si tam jenom portnul, fungovalo by to. Být někde doky. To by mohlo fungovat, ne? Možná. To nefunguje. Ale mohl bych si zavolat loď? Co kdybych si zavolal loď? No připluje. Nebudeme ani čekat tak dlouho. Borec je tu. Dobrý vojeb. Dobře jsem to vojebal.
And you, Theras. As you can see, I didn't get here alone.
Ah, yes. The kind and thoughtful hero you mentioned in your letter.
I'm glad I could get him out alive.
And for that heroism, I found some information on a man named Brisson who's plotting Phidias' early demise. Hopefully you can make something of this clue.
I can.
Topy okultistovi.
Periklis, my thanks and my farewell. And be careful. I still believe many in Athens are in danger.
OK, máme novou stopu okultistovi. Jdeme se kouknout, co můžeme odhalit. Belistan se schovává v mramorovém lomu na ostrově Salamína a Tyce.
I swear on my life and the lives I will take from others, I will not fail the cosmos again.
Jak už to u mladých mužů, kteří byli příliš pohlední, příliš bohatí či obojí, často chodívalo, Briston žil jako slabok, kterého ostatní často zneužívali. Kultus spatřoval příležitost tohle všechno změnit, chtěl být silný, obávaný a uznávaný výměnou kosmu. Slíbil toto, umučí a zabije každého, kdo se kultu postaví. Kde je na mapě? Jsem si furt neobjevil tady ten ostrov Aegina. Na mapě je tady. Dostaneme se tam nějak, tady přes doly, ne? Mohli bychom ho sejmout rovnou. Mohli bychom ho sejmout a třeba dostaneme další úroveň kopí. Možná. Mohli bychom. Nevím. Uvidíme. Uvidíme. ...350 metrů by měl být člen kultu Kosmos. Jdeme ho sejmout. Periklovo symposium, sledovat úkol. OK. ...200 metrů odsaď. Jdeme na to. Borci, borky a borci. Borci. Jdeme na to, jdeme se být tady část chobotnice. Tady by měl být někde vstup do jeskyně, ne? Tady někde přímo přede mnou asi.
I should try to stay out of sight.
Potvrd zabití kultisty. Co musíme potvrdit? Dobrý, kultista poražen. Brisson. Rychle pryč. Dostali jsme další stopu o kultistovi. Abych si rád doplnil moje kopí, kdyby to šlo. Jsme pryč. Jsme pryč. Rychle pryč, koukneme na kultisty. Máme tady stopu o dalším kultistovi. Kultista je vůdce, který čelí povstalcům na délu, pomoc lidem v okolí, jasně. Pomůžeme jednou. Mudrc je zapleten do aténské politiky. Jasně. Tady. Tento kultista je násilný surovec, pokračuj ve své Odysseji. Tak jo, úkoly. Já jsem se chtěl podívat vylepšit kopí. Jdeme si vylepšit kopí. To bychom měli zvládnout tady v dílně. Starobylá výheň. Budeme podívat tam. Starobylé výhně. Možná budu moct dávat už 2 ultimátky najednou. Jdeme si vylepšit kopí, uvidíme, jestli se mi to povede. Tady to jsem chtěl splnit. Doufám, že jo. Si ho vylepšíme a bude všechno v pořádku. Tak, svítí to tu.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Kopí vylepšeno. Super, super. Máme kopí úroveň 3. Ty můžu jednou?
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Máme rovnou úroveň 4. Kopí vylepšeno. Už nemůžu? Nevadí. Kopí bylo vylepšeno na úroveň 4. Tak, na další musíme zabít další kultisty. Dostali jsme spoustu zkušeností. A já bych to viděl tak, že tady v Atice musíme zbavit Periklovo symposium. Periklovo symposium. Perikles už nás očekává. Já si dám asi cigárko. Hra by měla být zase o trochu jednodušší, tím, že jsme vylepšili kopí, tak budeme mít víc dílku adrenalinu. A mělo by to být jednodušší dávat ultimátky. Celkově by to mělo být jednodušší. Ty máš více úkolů. OK. Jdeme každopádně za Periklem. Koukneme se do nabídky. Je něco nového v inventáři lepšího. Možná nějaký meč. 38 díky, super. 35 kopí, to není lepší. 36 luk. 36 zbroj. Zlatá dokonce. 38, která není lepší. OK.
We'll be watching you, Miss Dior.
Dostaň se do Periklova domu.
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe!
You promised we'd see each other
Phoebe,
again,
co
and
tady
now we
dělá?
have!
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have! Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
Nečekala jsem, že tě
Can't
tady
believe you're
uvidím.
here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here. For Perikles?
No, for Aspasia.
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well... How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
OK, převlékneme se.
Changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
Převlékneme se a jdeme na to. Borci.
Feel uncomfortable in this.
Hele, docela
Hey,
to
you look like
sluší.
everyone else.
You say
Docela
that
to
like it's a
Kassandře
good thing.
sluší.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Ne. Nezapomeň se rozloučit.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates!
always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Ne. No, on si bere chlapa. Proč ne?
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Misthios like you think of a party like this?
This party could be fun. Alcibiades drinks like a Spartan. Maybe he fights like one too.
If I could suggest anything, please don't start a fight. Or end one.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Periklovo is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed. Periklovo needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
OK, snad najdeme něco o naší mamince. Vyptej se na informace, vyptej se na svou matku. OK. Tu máme 17-15 metrů.
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
No, don't mind her. She likes to watch.
Co tam dělal s tou kozou?
You. Such authority. Such aggression.
Čus, Míšo, čus. Vítej. Dáme Fortniteíky. Čus. Já už hraju 4 hodiny tohle.
To distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock.
Já jsem tam neměl Assassin's Creed Odyssey, co jsem tam měl? Co jsem tam měl, Míšo? Já jsem tam měl furt special events, co? Já jsem blb.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking
Že jsem měl včera zvláštní události, nevím, nevěděl jsem to. Díky.
She's not in there.
Díky za změnu. Díky. 4 hodiny streamuju a měl jsem tam furt zvláštní události. Díky, Míšo. Jak bylo ve škole, co jsi měl k obědu? Jak bylo ve škole? Co jste se naučili dneska? Dojdi pro olej.
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
You've grown up in Periklo's home, and yet you're so different.
No one is like Periklos, and he's only slightly more serious than usual too. Athens is under siege.
Máš dobrý, 4 hodiny 20 minut si to nevšimnout? Nevšiml jsem si, no.
Which is why tonight is a fine time
Nevšiml jsem si.
what may be our last taste
Ty jdeš teprve jíst, co budeš mít dobrého?
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were...
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
I might be back.
If you come back with a jar of oil, I promise to show you how grateful I am.
No, jak není mrkl. Vink. Máme najít úkol, teda máme najít olej. Kde najdeme takový olej? Tady.
I'm too busy to deal with you at the moment. Go on now, out of my kitchen.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find a Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
Já taky nevím, co to znamená.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argiv than Athenian.
Impressive foreigner. Euripides.
Když jste 4 hodiny 30 minut na telefonu, tak co myslíš, my už máme většinu případů uzavřené známky. Aha. Chápu, Míšo. Chápu.
Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
Sladké víno
It would be a
musíme
party
jít.
without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
Usmí, please, tak mi dej chviličku, dokončíme tady to.
A new face in Pericles' abode.
Hned ti to pustím. Jaký máš k tomu důvod? Hned ti to pustím za pár minutek.
Tell me, what does it think?
Did you just call me it? Watch your mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So, what do they call you?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives as
Dneska je to 80 let od vyhlazení. Aha, lidi. Aha, já ti ji pustím.
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
Budeme v neděli koukat na další konference. Asi uvidíme, no. Uvidíme.
In my day, this would be
Tak v neděli za konferenci.
nectar of the gods. Another round.
Chtěl bys koukat na další konference? Já už jsem toho viděl asi dost, nic lepšího asi už nepředstaví.
I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more.
You ready for another?
This wine is terrible.
Xbox Bethesda, aha, to bychom mohli.
Who brought you?
To bychom mohli.
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Every this, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go
Kolik to je v neděli? Kolik to je?
to beg Asclepius for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Then she sought my friend Hippocrates. He's a physician. Best
26 Gamescom, myslím, že brácha říkal, aha.
If she
OK.
went for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
OK, vrať se k Sofoklovi.
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
Jasně.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to...
Romantika? To nebude asi moc romantika.
Time for some fun. You'll have to help me strip off these uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat?
OK, romantika skončila.
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Theatera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anfusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
OK, ještě se uvidíme, válečníku.
It's not much, but it's a start.
Láska v oleji. Plněno. 20 000 zkušeností.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway.
OK.
Tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Dáme Fortnite, Míšo. Úkol splněný až do dna. Si promluvíme tady ze Sokratesem.
If it isn't the one who agrees that knowledge is most important.
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
You remember. Perhaps our conversation can continue.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
Potřebuji čůrat. Nejdřív se musíš najíst, tak běž. Dej se najíst.
If you've been arguing this long and you haven't agreed yet, just give up.
Dej se najíst, Míšo.
The nature of rulers. We're better to do so than here. I'll ask you the same question I asked.
Hello there, Anderojte. Čus, kamaráde. Jak brzo doma.
That is not up for argument.
Hello there.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then is the art of
Jak se máš dneska?
for the betterment of the ruled rather
Co jsi měl k obědu?
Don't be absurd.
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Periklovo is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Jsi doma od středy kvůli tomu, jo, jsi nachcipaný vlastně. Akorát si stával před hodinou a půl. K obědu kafe a cígo? Jasně. Chápu, taky si dám cígo. Chápu, že jsi dal jenom kafe a cígo.
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men? What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
You're wasting your time. Aspasia.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting character.
Ah, Phoebe. Periklovo has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
I did what I had to, and I'd do it again. I make no apologies.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
Máš normálně PTSD z Assassin's Creed Odyssey, tahle moc mě žádná AC hra snad nikdy nesrala. Fakt jo. Sere tě Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Jak to, že tě to sere?
You never really get used to them. It
tě na tom
seems we have
sere.
the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now and do it discreetly.
Co tě na tom sere?
I've been searching for a woman named Mirini, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're
Díky,
done,
Aspasia.
return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now
Okay,
do me a
okay.
favor and get Periklovo to come down here and greet his guests.
Máme jít za Periklem.
Slaves, get out!
Ale
Out, damn you!
ne. Kudy se dostal nahoru.
Fire! Shit! Out!
Origin se udělaný dodnes, bajek, prostředí super, příběh tě nebavil, vedlejších aktivit ti mrdalo. Byly ty příliš debilní, 130 hodin jsem to hrál a to bez DLC, hlavní postava ti přišlo úplně bez charakteru a osobnosti. Jasně no. Origin si udělaný dodnes, bajek je top tier postava. Tady je to tím daný, že si vybíráš odpovědi sám podle mě. Protože v Origins si nevybíral odpovědi sám a rovnou ti to odpovědělo podle toho, co přišlo nebo co vymysleli vývojáři, že jo. Tady v té hře si vybíráš odpovědi sám. My mám jít nahoru. Se dostat nahoru a nevidím nikde kudy. Mám jde někam na balkon.
You just got here. You can't leave already.
Ale ne, přišla jsem před půl hodinou. Já nevím, kudy se dostat nahoru. Tudy. Když jste chtěli udělat takovýhle volitelný dialogy, tak si myslím, že mohly být dost líp zpracovaný. Ubisoft volitelný dialogy dělá jen kvůli tomu, aby to zařadil mezi takový klasický RPGčko. Je to možný, no. Je to možný.
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend.
Právě kvůli Odyssey tě úplně přestal bavit ta Valhalla, do toho se ti vůbec nechce. Mně se do toho chce právě, proto chci dohrát Odyssey. První. Pak si dáme Valhallu.
You'll understand.
Po Odyssey někdy za měsíc, no, až dohraju tohle.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
Já myslím, že měsíc to ještě hrát budem.
Those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Why send Amatiojos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him
Má hoď Odyssey do odloženo, vůbec se toho nebojí. To nejde, odloženo jsme zrušili. Už nic neodkládáme. Už nic neodkládáme, Bíšo. Androide, odloženo jsme zrušili.
This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Perikles. The cult is
Takže je čas si dát Kingdom Come, aby jsme odloženo zase vrátili. Je čas zdát si Kingdom Come, aby mě to zase nasralo.
I'm related to one of the
Dělám si srandu.
and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Teď bych chtěl hrát hry od Ubisoftu. Chtěl bych dohrát všechny hry, co mám na Ubisoft Connectu.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there.
No to vypadá potom blbě, no, když máš skoro stejně počet her odloženo jako dohráno. Jo no, jo no.
I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
Odloženo jsme zrušili. Všechno budeme dohrávat. Tak jo. Už můžeme jít pryč, odejdi ze sympózia. Tak jo, dáme chvíli pauzu.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
There's a woman on the island of Chaos that I need to meet. I think I'll head there first.
I've heard there are pirates there.
I'll be sure to be careful.
Good. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia about Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think... My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
Okay. Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Máš na Google Play furt Antibot Boxes Gamesku, chtěl jsem ji stáhnout se gram, ale nemohl jsem něj. Asi nemám, asi jsem ji stáhl z prodeje. Já jsem měl schizofrenický záchvat a stáhl jsem všechny hry. Já se na to budu muset někdy podívat a vrátit je tam, jestli mi je tam vrátí ještě. Já jsem měl schýzu a všechny jsem je dal pryč. Jsou tam jenom pár her. Je tam jenom pár her, který jsem nestihl odebrat. Feels bad, jo no. Někdy ji tam vrátím. Tak jo, máme stop po kultistovi, máme dokončený úkol. Máme jednu schopnost, level 39, našli jsme stopu o tomhle. Kultistu zná polemarchos pevnosti v Atice, najdi ho nebo pokračuj ve své Odysseji. Jasně, jasně. Máme jednu schopnost, taky někam prdnem. Sem. Mohl jsem vylepšit to poškození ohněm, ale to už je jedno. Tak dáme pauzu od téhle hry chvíli. Jsme level 39, dneska jsem udělal 2 levely, odemkl jsem si novou rytinu, zvýšil jsem si zdraví a tak dál.